Good morning, everybody. We're live here from the birdhouse, and it's an exciting time of the year because the first spring migrants are coming in. So we're seeing some new and different birds out there that are sure signs of spring. We'd love to know what kind of things you guys are seeing. We've been hearing lots of reports of red-winged blackbirds and robins coming back, which is really exciting. So put in the comments what kind of things you guys are seeing, or if you've got questions, you can throw them in there, or feel free to just say hi. Here at the store, we've got lots of fun stuff that we are uh, working on as far as events go. We've got our birding cruises that are back, and tickets are available for those on our website, which is thebirdhouseny.com. And then we've got some other events coming up here too. Next Saturday, we have live Birds of Prey from Braddock Bay Raptor Research. We'll be here from 11 till 1 p.m. And we're also having a book signing by Lisa Connors, who's the author of Milkweed Matters. So we've got a couple things going on next Saturday, and our calendar of events is filling up. So we've got lots of fun stuff on the horizon for you guys for the year. There's been some neat bird activity too locally. We've been talking about, as we've been going on, the winter finches and these eruptive birds that will sometimes come down to this area for the winter. And there has been some activity here and there. There has been a female evening grosbeak that was seen at Whiting Road Park over the last week or so. So if you're looking for some of these winter finches, there's still some time. I would definitely go out to the Webster area because not only has this have evening grosbeaks been seen over at Whiting Road Park, there's also still been the pine grosbeaks at Webster Park in the campground area, and most recently in that same spot, red crossbills. And they get their name due to their, as you can see here from the picture, their crisscrossed bill that they will use to crack into pine cones. So also at the campground area, there was a barred owl seen too. So there's been some really, really cool bird activity over there at Webster Park in the campground area. But some birds, if you spend any time outside over the next few days, it's going to be quite nice. And these are some of the things you might see, things like American robin. We've been hearing about lots of flocks of robins starting to show up. Red-winged blackbird, especially if you're by any kind of water or marsh or pond or lake. Red-winged blackbirds are starting to come back. This is the male red-winged blackbird. The females look quite a bit different. I haven't seen any females yet, but I'm sure they are on their way if they're not here already. So they're both male and female red-winged blackbirds. Be on the lookout for them. And then other blackbirds as well. Things like grackles. People are starting to get back at their bird feeders. Brown-headed cowbird, and they'll sometimes form these big mixed flocks of blackbirds. So you might see things like red-winged blackbird and grackles and brown-headed cowbirds all together. Same as rusty blackbird. So keep an eye out for these guys too. It is a sign of spring when we start to hear and see these blackbirds coming back to the area. There's other birds that are in that blackbird family that you might also hear if you are by any kind of open field. Keep an ear out for eastern meadowlark. And then as we get on in the season, some other blackbirds are things like bobolinks and one of everybody's favorite blackbirds, the Baltimore oriole. They'll show up very late April, early May. So we still have a little bit of time till we see the Baltimore oriole, but they are on their way back. So as far as birds to look for now that are coming through the area, keep an eye out under your feeders for fox sparrow. There's been some fox sparrow sightings a little bit south of here, and so they're making their way up and into the area. They are a large, kind of chubby sparrow. You might see them underneath your feeders cleaning up some seeds, especially if they're hungry from migration. So it's quite a large bird. Every once in a while, I'll get one in my yard. Really cool thing to see. So keep an eye out for fox sparrow. And there's been reports of killdeer. You might hear them before you even see them. They have that high-pitched call. It sounds like they're yelling, kill deer, kill deer, kill deer. And so first reports of killdeer coming back to the area, and American woodcock are making their way back to the area too. So really exciting time of the year. About a month from now will be a good time to look for the mating flight of the American woodcock in the wide open fields. If they're surrounded by woods, is a great place to go, and you can see their really elaborate mating flight, which is really, really fun. And then also be on the lookout for things like great blue heron. If you are by any kind of open water, you might start to see them. And if you're looking up towards the sky, things like turkey vulture are soaring back into the area. So now is a very good time because these migratory birds are coming back. They're starting to sing more. I've been hearing the robins singing. I've been hearing cardinals singing, Carolina wrens. If you have nest boxes and you haven't done so yet, now is the time to absolutely clean them out. These are some of my bird houses. Here you can see they can get kind of gross on the inside. This was a house that was occupied by tree swallows. There's some feathers in there. And if you want to clean these houses out, definitely you want to wear gloves when you're going to clean them out. So you put on your gloves, make sure you clean out all that debris. We have wipes that you can use to wipe them down. We have sprays that are enzyme sprays, all natural, that are made for cleaning out birdhouses that you could spray in the house and wipe it down. So we do have some different items to help with this maintenance, but now is absolutely the time to clean out those houses if you haven't already. And when you're opening up the houses, you might find some different things inside. This was a bluebird nest that I had in my sparrow-resistant bluebird house. This is a tree swallow nest with all those feathers in it. And then this is what a wren nest looks like with all of those sticks. So you might be able to also tell what kind of bird you had nesting in your house, depending on what kind of debris and nesting material is still inside. Plus, you never know what non-birdie things you might find, and this is another reason why you want to clean them out. I've had wasp nests in mine. I've even found over time nestlings that have passed away that didn't quite make it to fledge. So you definitely want to clean those out just so buildup doesn't get in there, it doesn't get moldy, you don't get pests in there or feather mites or anything like that. So it's definitely important to clean out those houses if you haven't already. So now is the time. It's going to be a really nice weekend here, and definitely get out in the yard and start prepping for the spring because it is on its way. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday with another broadcast, and until then, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.